Hi you guys, welcome back. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy, and in this video, I'm going to ask the question, are black screens actually portals? So stay tuned. Humans are multi-dimensional beings. So what that means is that our consciousness is actually interacting with multiple different dimensions or levels of awareness. That's why when we're awake, we can have one set of natural laws, it seems, and memories and experiences. But then while we sleep, we can have a completely different world that we're actually living in. And we can even have memories of dreams. So we exist on all these different levels of reality, okay? That's kind of the basis of the question I'm going to present to you in this video. So let's go reflect on a past video called What is 5D New Earth and the Event, because that will explain to you the different levels of mind and how I believe that those levels of mind are just the different dimensions that we as multi-dimensional beings exist in. I decided to get my whiteboard out to show you a diagram which I learned while a student and teacher at the School of Metaphysics. And this diagram is going to represent the mind. So as you can see, it's divided into 3 parts. The bottom part of the triangle would represent your conscious mind. This is where you exist during your waking hours. This is where your attention is, the part of your mind called the conscious mind. Then the middle section that you see there is going to represent your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is where your awareness is while you're sleeping, and also in between lifetimes, if you believe in reincarnation. That is where your awareness exists, in subconscious mind, while you're sleeping and in between lifetimes. And then you have the top portion of the triangle, which would represent superconscious mind. Superconscious mind is your awareness as spirit. So, for instance, your superconscious mind can be known as Christ or Buddha consciousness. So those who have become enlightened beings have been using superconscious mind during their waking awareness. So here are the levels of mind again. We have the conscious mind, which represents your physical waking life while you're awake. Then we have subconscious mind, representing your awareness in dream time or your soul as well. And then you have superconscious mind, representing, this is almost like your thought form in prayer. This represents the part of you that is spirit. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper within the mind triangle diagram, shall we? As you can see, I've added some subdivisions within your subconscious and superconscious mind. These subdivisions are different levels of mind within each of the main levels of mind. So as you can see, the conscious mind is still all one level. So that is your physical level. And then you have the 4 levels within your subconscious mind. The first level inward is your emotional level. And then you have the lower astral level, the higher astral level, and the mental level. And then, as you can see, your superconscious mind is divided into 2 sections. And those 2 sections could be called the causal level, and then the top being the Christ or Buddha consciousness. And as you can see, all of these other levels of mind are all a part of us. Now, these could also be known as dimensions. So by moving from 3D to 5D, it could just mean that your awareness is moving into higher and higher levels of your mind. So now that you have that foundation of information, or my belief that we are multi-dimensional beings existing in different levels of consciousness. Okay, so now I would like to remind you about a video that I made in February 2020 explaining how to use a black obsidian mirror for scrying or for divination. And in that video, I even told you guys that if you do not have a black obsidian mirror to act as this portal between you and your inner self, then you could use your television screen. And that could also be extended out to your smartphone screen or your iPad or your tablet screen when the electronic is turned off. Because when you turn off all of these different screens that you look at each and every day, you will notice that the screen, once turned off, is a black mirror. Now, mirrors generally are used to reflect the real world that you see around you back at you. But in this video, I'm going to talk about using a black mirror, which is used generally at night in the dark. Because when you use a black mirror for scrying, you're actually not reflecting back the outside world. You are going to be reflecting what is inside. So using a black obsidian mirror, such as the one that I have here, is a great way to scry using a black mirror as kind of a portal into your own spiritual realms. So if you do not have a black obsidian mirror like the one that I have, and you want to try this exercise, you can definitely use your TV screen while it's shut off as a black mirror. Because if you look at your TV when it's turned off, it is a black reflective surface. So have no fear, you can at least try it using your television screen if you don't have the proper tools right away to do this practice. Okay, you guys, so now I'm getting to the point of this video. Are all of these black screens that we look at each and every day actually a portal to other dimensional energies? Now, with the way that the world seems to be operating in darkness, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if that were true. Now, let's also remember, though, that as you use the black obsidian mirror for scrying, you are reflecting not the world outside back to you. What you are actually reflecting is your own consciousness back to you to observe. There are so many people out there who use these black mirrors, so to speak, these screens, with total unconsciousness. There are so many people who just simply scroll through their social media accounts, and might even read headlines, but don't even go in and read the articles themselves to try to see what is actually being said within that article beyond the headline. So honestly, as we stare into these black mirrors, we are constantly seeing what, we're constantly being brainwashed by the content that we view. So it should be ever more important now than ever to actually bring consciousness into the type of content that you want to consume. So remember that video that I just recently made? It was called What You Consume Consumes You. And in that video, I explain the absolute length that Google and YouTube will take to actually censor particular information so as to direct the mass consciousness in a certain direction. And in that video, I also pointed out to you guys that Operation Mockingbird had been going on since the middle of the last century at least. And Operation Mockingbird is all about having the CIA infiltrate our media so that they can spread whatever type of propaganda that they want to advance their own agenda. You guys, it's time to wake up and have a little consciousness in the content that we consume, especially if you look at it from the spiritual perspective, that it is possible that these black screens that we're always looking to are portals to other dimensional energies as well. The good news is that as you look into a black mirror, you're actually reflecting your own consciousness back to yourself. So there's nothing to fear as long as you are aware of the content of your own consciousness. So now's a good time to also remind you guys about the law of attraction. A long time ago, like when my channel was still quite new, I made a video about the law of attraction, but it can pretty much be summed up rather quickly in under 20 seconds. The absolutely most important thing for you guys to remember is to always stay tuned into the good vibrations. The more that you try to see the good in the world, then the more the world will present the good things to you to experience. The more you are focused on negativity and the bad things in the world, then the more the world will show those things to you as well. So it is so important for us to just become conscious of our emotions, become conscious of the content that we are consuming each and every day, and to become conscious of all of the different opinions that are being offered to us and the fact that we do have a choice. We have the free will to decide for ourselves what we want to believe and what we don't want to believe. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. So if you like this video, be sure to give me a big ol' like. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to click subscribe right under this video. And once you have subscribed, you can then click the bell to be notified each and every time that I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.